So I just made a video on Tesla on linear scale about showing my thoughts, and this is a video on Tesla on log scale, and I want to show you some more confluence of why I think this 230 zone can hold. And I'm going to go back in time in a little bit, but I wanted to show you just the trend line on log scale first because people were talking about that in the comments. So if we just draw a trend line here, I mean, it's touching all the wicks, right? But if we wanted to touch more wicks, like including that one right here, we could do that, right? We can go a little bit lower or we can go a little bit higher, but it's very subjective. But I can just line it up directly on the 200-week moving average right there, and that actually lines up pretty perfectly, right? It lines up pretty nice for a perfect back test. So even on log scale, this trend line is looking like it could hold as a support as well. So linear scale, the trend line could hold, and log scale, the trend line could hold, and this 200-week moving average could hold, right? So let's go back in time now. And where have we seen something similar to this that we're seeing right now? Well, we have last week was a 27% weekly candle that just shot straight up, broke through every single moving average in its way. And have we seen that before? In this screen, no. But if we go back in time, we go back down here, and we can see this candle right here. If you look directly to the top right here, you can see it's 27% right up there. See? 20, exactly the same. It broke through all three moving averages, 27% candle, and then it continued higher, and then it went lower, and then up, right? And then what do we see again? So we have here 27% candle, goes up, down, but then we see it again. Right here, a 27% candle, the same exact percentage, broke through all these moving averages, the 50, the 100, and the 200, and then it just kept going higher and higher and higher. So both scenarios, they kept going higher on this 27% candle. That broke through all three moving averages. We got one there, we got one there. Just this time it went lower and lower and lower to find a new support, right? But this one broke free and just kept going and going and going. And now we're in a similar situation here with this week candle, our last week's candle, where it broke through all three again. So if the trend is your friend and both of them continued higher, at least this one was short term higher, right? And this one was long term higher, then we can assume that this one should do the same thing as well. And probably after it retests this 200-week moving average or about there, it can go higher and higher. But what's another similarity to this? So, yesterday was a very bad day, right? Down 22 points or something, but look at the percentage. It's only 4%, 4.17%. You can look up here on the percentage, right? 4.17%. And let's go back in time right here. What happened after this 27%? Oh, wow, it dropped 4.52%, and then it continued higher the next week and then higher and higher, right? So anytime a weekly candle breaks through all this resistance in one candle, that is very, very bullish, right? And we're seeing that exact same thing right now. This is very, very bullish, and a successful backtest of that 200-week moving average would be nice, but it didn't do it last time here. It just fell short of the 100-week, but it just continued higher and higher. But this time, we can see that there is a possibility that maybe tomorrow it can test it. But then after that, in the following weeks, we can probably see a continuation higher and higher because this is a very bullish candle, very, very bullish candle. We haven't really seen it too many times, but the two other times we have seen it, it just kept going higher. One was temporarily, but the other one was pretty permanent for a long time. And I think this one will be more like this one right here, simply for the fact that we've already had a serious downtrend for many years, right? And this is the first bullish candle that we really had that closed above all three. And there's so many confluences in that zone. So yes, I believe anywhere around 230 down to 220 will be a great, great buy opportunity for price to continue higher and higher and ultimately break this 265 to flip this market structure from a bearish chart to a bullish chart And then after that, it'll go on and on to the 290 level right up here, the 290 or 300 level, and then retest all-time highs, and then I'll be off to the races. So these are my additional thoughts on log scale. So hope you enjoyed.